Hi there, this is Ravenhawk from fastworkinglovespells.com, and this is my first video after a long while, like maybe over a week. I consider that a long while, and I'm making it from my phone because I got me a desktop and there's no webcam because I'm trying to keep whoever is hacking me away from me and down at a minimum. A little insight into me. I came here in 1999, January 30th of 1999. And in 2001, I was in El Cerrito, California. My wallet got stolen. What it was in Food Max. I was in Food Max, and Food Max, those of you who are familiar with Food Max knows that you have to bag your own groceries. So I guess I checked out and I put the wallet down to put the groceries in, and the wallet was gone. Next day I called, the cops found it. It was a Hispanic woman, they said. And I said, what should I do? They said, well, people do what they will do. I remember the cop's words exactly. I wasn't going to press charges or anything. But then he said, people do what they will do. Basically, he was telling me just let it be what it is. So, okay, you don't have to show up to court. I didn't show up to court. I didn't go there. I can't even remember the woman's name, but I never thought anything about it afterwards. My life continued on the way it is. Ups, downs, highs, lows, just normal life. I moved to King City, California in 2016. January. For the first year, everything was fine. Beginning of the second year, 2017, everything was fine. That's when this lady moved in next door, Hispanic woman. And I trusted her. Just like everybody in the yard, I work online, so I need internet. Landlord never provided internet for anyone because he didn't even have internet. He was hardly ever there. So I got a router, got internet, and I shared it with him, with everyone else. In fact, he actually gave it to people without my consent. He did, but that was okay. He didn't ask me. So I gave it to her. Gave her my Netflix password because I thought, she was there. I was attracted to her. And I guess I just wanted to impress her. But anyway, little by little is like, I don't know. No, I'm a psychic. I read cards. I can't literally go into somebody's head and crawl and see what's going on. I can't do that. So what I do is, I think that this woman has a kick-ass psychic ability, like a real strong psychic ability. I've never seen anything like it. Now, she started sitting around my house. And how do I know this? I'm not wildly accusing anyone. I have louver windows, the ones that with the panes stacked. Looked up at the windows night. This was in the night I'm talking about, not in the daytime. I'm looking at the louver window, and she's sitting just beneath the windows on the ground, with her legs crossed or folded or whatever, and not a laptop, like something like a tablet in her lap. And I could see the outline of her. As God is my witness, I saw that, and I know it was her sitting outside my window. At the same time, I got hacked severely. Now, what are the odds that she is doing this, and she was there almost day and night, and somebody else out in America land would hack me? Never been hacked before, to my knowledge, that is. I don't think it is not much to put two and two together, that she had something to do with it. Now, one of the things that I'm going to say is I'm putting people on guard, especially people who are here with green cards. Because I'm a green card holder. I'm a permanent resident. I am pretty complacent. I've gotten lazy. I know that. I'm not taking care of my stuff like I should be. And that's for people who would steal green cards and resell them to people who want to get into this country. That's like a haven for people who just, what I've become, like I've become complacent. I don't take care of my things as I should be. My green card, however, is expired. My status has not, but my green card has expired. Mainly what you renew a green card for is because your face changes as you get older, and you need it for like work. If you need to work, if you need to, stuff like that. It's like an ID, a form of ID, basically. My status hasn't changed, just a card. So my door used to always be open, always be open. Even the landlord at one point came, I wasn't home, and he dropped the mail off on my table. Because my door, I felt safe in the back of the yard where I lived. Very safe. I've never been felt safer before. My door used to be always open the day and night. To the point in the summer, I would just, instead of closing the glass door, because all I had was a glass door, a sliding door, I just got a makeshift screen and would leave it open all night. So it was open. I didn't have a reason to distrust or mistrust anyone in the yard. No one. But this is also a way of watch yourself and your neighbors. Now, I don't want you to get paranoid, but be alert, and be alert in what you do. Don't make mistakes like I made. Don't make mistakes like I made. Just don't do it. Don't make mistakes like I made. Just take care of yourself, take care of your property, take care of whatever you need to take care of. Don't do these things. Because my wallet used to be on the table. I am racking my brain to see what if they came into my house and they could pick up the wallet or something. And even though it's expired, there are people who just, I don't know what they would need from it. It's expired. It's been expired since 2013. I don't understand what they would do with it. The one that the lady in 2001, when I left it on the conveyor in Food Max, that was not expired. But this one is. But I'm just, my brain is just being racked as to why these people are still hacking me. Why would they still hack me? And it's my belief that she followed me here. I live now in Oklahoma just to get away from them. And it's my belief that she followed me here. Now, those of you with green cards out there, whether they're expired or not, and you're here legally, be on the ball, because it looks like people like her, they're stealing stuff, and they're basically like selling people's lives. They're selling like a life in a bag, basically. You buy the person's identity, you buy all their assets. This is just an assumption. I don't know if this is even possible. Because from the way how things are going, or maybe I'm just being overly imaginative. I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. All I do know is that whatever they're doing, she and the boyfriend, and there was a lady in there as well, in her house. Thing to note, she lived there for over 2 years before. Maybe she had a visitor maybe 3 times in over 2 years. The moment this all started, her house was crowded every day. Men, women, and children. Her house was crowded every single day. Every day. And prior to that, people who live in the yard will see that she never had visitors. Never. She was hardly ever home. So my thing is, see, it could have been her. There's other people live in the yard. I could have said it was the other person, but it wasn't her. I know it was this woman. I knew who it was. But anyway, people out there, like I said, with green cards and what have you, at the risk of sounding like a conspiracy theorist and a mad woman, which I'll give myself that because I know how I sound, because I could be way off base with this. Just be careful. Especially those of you who have built something up. You have your life, you have your jobs, you have your house. Watch yourself, watch your kids. These people are like vultures, and they won't stop. Because if you imagine this, and I will leave you with one thought. If they have to sell your life, your assets, basically it's your name and your assets they're selling, where do you go? What do they do with you? This is not trying to put the fear of God into you. Just what happens to the person currently in possession of such assets? That's a good question, isn't it? Anyway, if you're watching this, be careful. Get the police involved any chance you get if you see anything strange. Don't take any chances. Because if she's doing this, the people she's connected to is doing this, then there's other people out there in America land who's doing this too. She cannot be the only one. So please, protect yourselves and safeguard yourselves. Because I filed two reports to the FBI. Went there, got the form, handed it, sent it in by mail. They didn't respond. Went online and did the ice.gov/cybercrimes. They didn't do it either. They didn't even respond to me unless she was blocking me, because that's one of the things they did. I stayed at a motel first when I first came to California here. First came to Oklahoma, and I have a feeling like the phone was tapped. The first time I moved in there, I had my friend from the airport, he picked me up, and I had 2 cell phones. We went to a lake, and I threw them in the lake. That's probably illegal, and I'm putting it out there anyway. We threw them in the lake because he said, leave every digital device alone. I had nothing. If I got hacked after I came here, and I know I have, what are the odds there's another person hacking me out here? No. Prior to that, never had it happened, or never been aware of it to this extent. No. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. The kid's not a second person. It's the same set of people doing this. What could they want? My grandmother had some very rare stamps. Come to find out, my grandfather, I left my country in 1999. My grandfather died in 2004. That's 5 years. What I found out 2 months ago from my aunt, I hadn't spoken to my aunt in like 16 to 17 years. I lost contact with them. Nobody back home I had contact with. Nobody. And I had contact with no one, actually. No one. Not. I was completely alone. I did everything by myself. And she told me that when they went to clean out my grandfather's apartment, everything was broken. It looked like the place was ransacked. There was like, everything was broken up. And the wardrobe where the stamps were in was broken into. And there was a voodoo doll in my room. Now I'm thinking, this kick-ass psychic ability she has, what is with this voodoo doll? Because nobody in my country works with voodoo dolls. Puppets, they love puppets. Nobody work with them. They don't do that kind of work. So what are the odds they would shoot? They would be so bold as to leave it in the room. I don't know. Maybe they've left it there for me to draw me back to go back there, but I never did. But whatever. I don't know. I know I sound like a kook, but remember, this is the line of work that I'm in. And I believe this. I know this for a fact. This is how energy works. But forget that spiritual part of it. The stamps were expensive. The stamps are not spirituality. They're spirituality, but there's dollar signs attached to them. I never brought them here. I never thought about it. These, I guess, are always looking for a lucrative opportunity. I never brought them with me. I didn't bring anything with me. And just so, because the stamps were stolen, that's one. And I don't know. I don't know. That's one. And my father died in 2008. The same year, I fell into a deep-ass depression, like a deep depression. To the point where I was feeling this thing in my head, that like I could feel this pressure in my head, and I used to ball my fists like this and pound my head. I had a mouse. Sorry. I had a mouse like this, but it was a wireless mouse, so it had batteries in it. It was heavy. I used to take that and hit my head until I drew blood. I used to feel that pressure in my head. That's spirituality. You may not believe that, but I do. Bro, I never did anything like that before that year, and I never had the urge to do it again until recently. Because she's always, it's called psychic attacks. She's psychically attacking you. Calling people names, making them feel like they're under scrutiny, that they're going to go to jail. It's like basically a psychic bully, you call her. They're cyber bullies. She is a psychic bully. She is a very severe psychic bully. And I'm not afraid of her. I'm not afraid to speak my truth. Because I don't have anything to hide. And I think that's one of the things why they're afraid of me. I don't have anything to hide. And this is the reason why I'm making this video. Because if they're targeting people like me, I mean, there's a reason why. It's forget the psychic attacks. There's something else she wants, and the M word has to be there. Where is she getting money from? Where's she eating? She's buying clothes. She's buying shoes. She's buying drugs, whatever it is. It doesn't fall off the trees. She's getting it from somewhere. There's money attached to something she's doing here. There's money, dollar signs. She's not doing it for buttons. She's doing it for money. I just don't know how. But I do know, it's almost like I feel like they're just selling, I don't know, this sounds really bizarre, like selling people's assets. But I'm not going to back down from anyone. I'm not afraid. The most they'll do is have to kill me, because I'm not going to back down from them. The most they'll do is have to kill me, whoever she's working with or involved with. But anybody with green cards out there, as soon as you notice anything funny, you see anything that doesn't look like it's right, go to the police. If many of us keep going to the FBI, they will have to take us seriously at some point. These people are going after Russian hackers. What about what's happening in your own backyard, man? Who's protecting people like me? We don't matter? We matter too, man. We do. Take notice. Peace out.